my friends, thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to dive into a fun-filled favorites video here with favorite makeup things, but it's pretty limited. I was pretty critical on what I picked for this video. I've got some other things that are kind of in the beauty realm but outside of makeup, and it all kind of follows a common theme. And I hope you get where I'm coming from with the title. It's the comfort food of makeup. It's the sweatpants of makeup, as I've said before sometimes. It might be that we're starting to get into fall. It might be that it's almost baby time and I'm just like manifesting all these warm and fuzzy feelings, but I am deeply attracted to these things that have not only, I think, a beauty to them, but this extra sensory experience where maybe the feel of them is great, the scent of them is great, the mood they just put me in is great. So you're gonna see what that all translates to in terms of products as we go along. But I really love the things that I've picked. I'm so excited to share them with you, and I feel like a year ago at this time I did do a video like full face of makeup that just feels good to put on or something like that. So if this video gets you on some kind of a roll, you might want to check that out. I'll link to it. But for right now, we're going to jump in. The first thing is my biggest skincare essential, and I mentioned this in my AM and PM skincare routine video, and I've been using it for a while at that point, but even since then I'm liking it more and more. And it's from Sephora, from a brand called Pharmacy, except it's spelled like farm, not with the PH, and it's called Honey Grail Ultra Hydrating Face Oil. I absolutely adore this stuff. I'm not suggesting that everyone like take their entire nighttime skincare routine and like toss it and just get this, but that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, I think it's truly like an amazing one-step thing. I've really been trying to simplify lately, but at the same time I have very high demands, so I want it to make my skin feel soft, and I'd love it to take away some lines. And by the time I wake up in the morning, I want my skin to look kind of like a goddess without makeup type vibe. And so this is what that does. It legitimately smells like honey. Okay, you put it on your skin. I do probably half of a dropper of this, so kind of what you see in the dropper right now, maybe a little less than that realistically every night. And I just put the drop on my forehead and then I blend it all over the face, and I really get everywhere. I get it around the eyes, I get it all up in here. My skin comes away immediately feeling very hydrated, but also this odd combination of hydrated and soft. An unusual side effect I've noticed is that I feel like my lashes have actually been better and longer since using this, which is strange. I'm not promising everybody would experience that, or maybe it's not this, maybe it's something else that I'm doing, but I have noticed that. And then I've also definitely noticed fewer fine lines visible in my forehead area, and I just feel like the skin has been so well balanced with this. Really, instead of feeling like I have normal to dry skin, I feel like I have just straight up normal skin. Very well balanced, not too oily, not too dry. And again, this is only something I'm using at nighttime before bed. It feels so comfortable on the skin. I absolutely love it, and I feel like the longer I'm using it, the more positive effects on my skin I'm seeing, so yay for that. Now, sometimes when you talk about feeling comfortable, you think about the warm and fuzzies, but let's be honest, there are other times where, you know, especially when you're in the 90-degree temperatures in September and October, the cooling stuff is what's comfortable. And this stick from Found, which I have been keeping in my little makeup fridge back there, is so great. This has definitely been one of the top takeaways from that Found Beauty video that I did within the last month. It's the Cucumber Cooling Stick. It's 98% natural. They say it cools, calms, and depuffs the look of skin. It's a pretty big stick here, and even if you don't have like a refrigerator to keep it in, I mean, you probably do have a food refrigerator you could keep it in if you want to. That would be fine, but even if it's just at room temp, it is going to feel super cooling on contact. And it has this, like I mentioned in the review, kind of a dryness to the touch. It doesn't feel like super wet immediately, but once you do feel it starting to melt into your skin, then you can sense some added hydration. So how do you use this? When do you use this? Well, I guess you could pretty much use it whenever you want. If you like a little extra cooling sensation later in the day, I have used cooling sticks. I mentioned using the milk one just the other day as like an under eye touch-up to rehydrate an under eye even with makeup on. But I really love using this before I start my routine. I think of it almost like a hydrating primer type deal, and when you really focus it around the eye area, it feels so so good, and I do believe it visibly can depuff that area, especially the colder temperature you keep it at. So I have loved that so much. It feels amazing. On that same note, another thing from that brand that I have gone on to continue to love more and more the more I've used it is the Found Radiant Illuminating Drops. Again, this is a brand at Walmart. It's exclusively there, I believe. You can shop it at Walmart's website. You can shop it on the Found website, but they have a couple shades of these illuminating drops, and I have it in the color Moonlit. And I came away from that video really loving these, but now the more I use this product, it's legitimately my favorite liquid highlight, okay? And it sets itself apart from other liquid highlighters that I have because it does not look so metallic. It's more of a soft pearlescent quality that is immediately the look of health on the skin. And some glowing, juicy looking cheeks. I mean, that's the comfort food of makeup. If you've never used a liquid highlight, don't be scared about this format. If you really don't use a lot of highlighter in general, I still think you would really love this because like I said, whereas my Makeup Revolution liquid highlighter in Champagne and then the other one that I was using, the one from Milani, they veer a little bit toward metallic. And while they're beautiful and really stunning, I can see how over application would be easy to do with those, and maybe it might not make certain areas on the skin, like any crow's feet type situations, might not make those look so flattering. This is a softer highlight, but can you still see what it's doing on my cheeks? I've got it here. I've got it right up here. I took it very gently down the nose, but what I like to use is a synthetic brush with it. This is the Sigma High Cheekbone Highlighter FO3, so I will take this out. It's got a little dropper and put some on my hand. Just spread that out a little bit, dip my brush into it and dab. Just the old dip and dab and you will be good. It does not leave tacky residue on top of your makeup. If you're like, well, I already put on a powder and a powder foundation and a powder blush and a whatever beforehand, that's fine. It will not mess it up at all. I've got powder on underneath this, but is that not the most gentle yet beautiful highlight? I am obsessed. I love it. Here's another makeup thing that rocks, and I think the tone especially this time of year. If you want that warm cheek, check out Physicians Formula, the Butter Blush. This is a new shade that I've been exposed to within the past month called Copacabana. I love how it's almost Copacabana, but it's Copacabana. And the warmth in this shade is really great. I love the amount of shimmer as well. You know, I love a glowy blush, and they have a color called Saucy Mauve that's more pinky berry, and it has this same sheen. So if you're turned off by this kind of borderline pumpkin-y color, and you would like something more pinky berry, check out Saucy Mauve. But this is the color I'm really coming to appreciate this season. I have some on my cheeks underneath my highlight. I may just add a little bit more for you right here, but a little goes a long way. This is actually really pigmented. I don't have any mirror in front of me except my camera, so that's why I'm looking over here. But I love that warm glow. Absolutely adore it. Looks so good with so many different eye and lip colors that I'm feeling really drawn to this time of year. Shoot, the garbage. The garbage truck is down the street right now, and I don't think Bob took it in.
I brought the trash down.
You did last night?
Yep, last night.
Oh my gosh, okay, I'm sorry.
No, no problem.
Bye, Bob. That's what happens when you're pregnant and you fall asleep on the couch at 8 o'clock. You miss everything that happened the rest of the evening, like whether or not the trash got taken out. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. I love this blush. I think it's a great fall, cozy, just absolutely gorgeous way to warm up your skin. If you're wondering what brush I use, it's the e.l.f. blush brush, like $3. Perfect. The only thing that'll throw you for a loop is the fact that Butter Blush smells like the tropics. It has kind of this sunscreen, coconutty, tropical drink kind of vibe, so that takes you a little bit out of fall for a second, but the color is 100% pure fall. Couple of lip colors of choice right now. This one here, this is the biggest unsung hero lip color in my entire collection, and this is the Revlon Ultra HD. I think they call it gel lipstick or something. These can be kind of hard to find sometimes in stores, but Amazon carries like the full spread of them, like through Revlon. And this shade is called HD Arabica, and I keep this in my downstairs bathroom, so many times before I leave the house, if I just want to grab something and the previous color that I've had on my lips is worn off, I throw this on. It's this color. This is this product applied pretty lightly, but it can go heavier, and I want to show you how much I've used. Like, I'm so proud of this. See, it looks like a dark hole there because there's so much used, and I gotta twist it up, and that's all I have left. Is right there at the end. I am gonna use this thing up. But it's a color I pretty much throw on year round when I just need a little something, and it is kind of brownish with a little bit of rust and red. It's got a little bit of glow to it. It feels incredibly comfortable on the lips. But see how deep it can look? Usually I go for this kind of lighter amount of application. It's this skinny format, it's very easy to throw on, and it's just so funny because it's been there in the bathroom kind of alone makeup-wise, really. I don't keep a bunch of stuff down there, but if I need to throw something on, this is it. And this is the prime time of year, I think, for this kind of color because it's looking so good with the different eye looks I do, the cheek colors like the Copacabana. It's like, this is its prime moment. So the perfect time to give it a shout out, although I should probably be talking about this a lot because it gets used more than pretty much any other lip color I own. That's crazy. One other lip color that I love so much is from Marc Jacobs, and it's this lipstick in the shade called Slow Burn. And this is another kind of shade I'm really prone to throwing on at random times, not necessarily like, okay, I'm sitting down to shoot a tutorial, now this is the lip color I'm wearing, because a lot of times it comes back to trying something new or I'm experimenting with something. But this shade, it's kind of like this perfect mauvey pink color. I was wearing it in my recent Q&A video, and frankly, I pop this on a lot. Like if I'm leaving the house, I'm thinking, don't want it too nude, don't want it too dark, okay, Slow Burn it is. It's a cream lipstick. It comes away with a hint of sheen. I wouldn't call it a total matte. Like a lot of cream lipsticks, it kind of develops into a matte with wear if you're not really touching it up a lot. But it's sort of one of those shades that looks fantastic with most any look. A more dramatic eye, this kind of color I think looks great with. It just ultimately finishes off the face without looking like too much. And just a very like comfortable, easy to wear color for a lot of people. Plus, who doesn't love a magnetic closure? A few other things here that are not makeup related, but are kind of, I don't know, beauty, life related that I think fully apply to the theme of this video. One is my body wash. This is my favorite one to use. I do switch it up from time to time, but I love Baby Grace from Philosophy. You may have remembered a video where I talked about kind of rediscovering this product because I'd smelled it somewhere along the line, had it in a smaller size, and then wanting to get a bigger size, it was like unavailable. And then randomly QVC has this deal from time to time where you get the big like shower gel. This came with a big lotion and a big body spray as well. And I'm like, okay, I'm jumping on it. I can finally get a full size or a huge size of Baby Grace. Now the scent of this stuff, if this is not pure comfort in a shower gel, I don't know what is. Okay, there, I sense a little bit of warmth, super duper clean, very fresh. It's an odd combo because you think of warmth, but also the really clean thing. There's not like a real crispness. There's not a real bite in this scent. And why does it still make me think baby? Why do I totally understand why it's named baby? Because it doesn't smell like baby powder, but it is cozy. Here's what you want to do. You also want to get the spray that this comes in and like spray your robes or blanket or towel or something with it too, and just have that scent everywhere. It's so nice. But here's the thing, this sits in my shower and then I read the message here. Don't just glaze over the message. This is profound. You're at home thinking, is she really gonna read what's on her body wash to me? Yes, I am. With a lot of philosophy things, like if it's one of their food related, food scented products, it'll give you like a recipe. Like if you're using Senorita Margarita or something, it'll have the margarita recipe, or like apple cider, it'll tell you how to make it. But this is deeper. Under the Baby Grace, it says, the true value of our lives is measured by the compassion we give to others. I feel like I need to read that line again. The true value of our lives is measured by the compassion we give to others. That's so good. A single encounter can change someone's life forever, leaving a lasting impression engraved on their heart. We give inspiration, encouragement, comfort, and joy through kind words and loving actions. These are the greatest gifts we can give to others and ourselves, for the goodness we give comes back to us. We are nurtured by the act of grace. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I do take the time to read that every time I get in the shower. Get you in a very good headspace, right? So I think the takeaway here is slow down, everybody. Be kind and compassionate to others. It will come back around to you, and get you a nice quality body wash while you're at it. Now, after I get out of the shower, I have something that has made my hair, I think, reach a new level of softness, smoothness, healthiness probably. And it's this Garnier Whole Blends Repairing Leave-In Miracle Nectar Honey Treasures, it says. I don't know what it is with me and honey these days, but it's a big part of my life, I guess. 10-in-1 hair care for all hair types. So it's going to seal in moisture, detangle and soften, repair smoothness and prevent split ends. This isn't quite as inspiring as the last bottle I just read. Tame frizz and flyaways, strengthen hair's fiber, restore the softness of brittle hair, nourish with weightless moisture, protect against heat. Oh wow, I didn't realize that. Reduce breakage and improve manageability. So what I do is I just get a pump of this out. It smells great, by the way. Honey, sweetness, freshness. I get a pump of that and I rub it between my hands and I just take it through pretty much the bottom half of my towel dried hair, and then I brush it on through, put my hair up in a turby twist, and I feel like the health of my hair has been really, really great. I really haven't had my hair cut in quite some time, but I don't think I could find you a split end, actually. Now, a side note here, pregnancy hair tends to be your best hair. That's when you're living your best hair life, is when you're pregnant, usually. But if you're looking for some kind of a leave-in step, I mean, I've been using this for months, like well before the summer. Just one pump of it after a shower and it's been doing great things. And my last thing here, it comes from Bath & Body Works, but that's about as beauty related as it's gonna get. It's a pillow mist. And I think I had this, I talked about it in a vlog when I first got it, I hauled it. And it's the Love Rose and Vanilla Natural Essential Oils Pillow Mist. And I spray this on our pillows every night before bed. It is so good. It is so comforting. The inspiration for this came from the Rose Water and Ivy soap that I love so much from Bath & Body Works, which I went on to buy multiples of and love it still. This has a lot of that vibe in it, which is, you know, not pure rose, but a little something extra. Here it's rose and vanilla. And it's just so nice to lay your head on the pillow and you're so dog tired. And it's just beyond like cozy and comforting. If there's one small way you change your day-to-day routine, like get this pillow mist, put it on, and just tell me how you feel as you're drifting off into dreamland. I've got my squirrel mug with me today, but I was just thinking, have I had any really weird dreams since using that? And yes, I have, but not more than usual. What was the crazy one about Bub lately? He was on Dancing with the Stars and he did an amazing job, but I was really upset because I was in Walgreens and I couldn't find the appropriate greeting card to give him to express how proud I was. And in the dream, I was really upset about that. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you get where I'm coming from with all these products. I think falling into the common theme of comfort foods of beauty. You know, there's either a really pleasant feel to them, a really warm and cozy look, just cozy vibes. Maybe that's what I need to title this video. I don't know. Thank you though for taking some of your valuable time out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate it so much and I will see you again soon. Bye.